Hey guys, what is going on? This is your old pal, CHH. Welcome. It is a Sunday evening when I'm recording this, and I've had something in my left ear all day. I tried to get one of those little, like, baster things that you suck up water with. It's one that's made to clean out your ears. I think I have a little water in my ear or something. Oh my god, it's killing me. But I went and I put a hairdryer up to my ear for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and it kind of helped, but I think I actually messed up my eardrum. So that's fun. But anyway, guys, let's have a good time today. So listen, like, horror VHS, if you would have told me, like, it would only get bigger from, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, I just didn't see it. I really didn't see it. I don't know. I just thought it was a passing thing. But I probably would have said the same thing about vinyl records. And now, when you go to Walmart, the vinyl section is literally 3 times the size of the freaking CD section. They still have a few CDs at my Walmart, but for the most part, you know, it's all a vinyl. And now the cool thing about this is the talent of people out there is getting ridiculous. And what do I mean by that is, like, people are being able to make VHS tapes today that are just like kind of like what everybody's dream kind of stuff would be, or stuff that you might have in your head that you would be like, wouldn't it be cool if there was this? People are doing it. And I got some examples of stuff I want to show you guys, and I've actually got some main event stuff in this that is personalized, that has something that I've been involved with too, which is really cool. But like, for instance, check this out. Do you remember this? Like, last year, Spencer's and Spirit Halloween did these. This was the coolest one, obviously. They did an Elvira Mistress of the Dark. Now, the thing about these is on the inside, they don't have the tapes. They've just got a bunch of fun stuff. Well, they kind of have a tape in here. But you'll see they kind of just have a bunch of fun stuff in these. And you open up the tapes, and there's stickers, all kinds of silly stuff. I don't even remember what's in this one. Lanyards and stuff like that. It's fun. It's fun. And it looks good on the shelf. I know people love to display their VHS movies. And, yeah, this is cool. And this actually has reversible package art. Let's see what that is. Oh, okay, so this, the other one basically gets rid of all the, you can swap it and get rid of all the stuff on it. But I like the dingy yellow, kind of white that they have. Now I can't get this back in. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so the funny thing is, if you guys like these Spencer's ones, I'm pretty sure you can go on their website and just get it. And that's another thing. This is kind of a trick of the trade. Most of you know this, but if you go to Spencer's during Spirit Halloween season, a lot of times if there's something you might want and it sells out at your Spirit Halloween, go check your Spencer's. Odds are it's probably in there. I got life-size Chucky dolls in Spencer's before because they had them in stock. Here's the other one that I have. Here's an example. Is Halloween 2. And this clamshell. It's cool stuff, you know, that's always fun. But like I said, these don't have movies in them. A lot of people, like, they want to have the movies because, much to my surprise, no judgment, I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, you guys like watching movies on VHS. It's crazy. It's like so many people I know, they're like, no, it's not a gimmick. I enjoy watching 4x3, but I think I know what it is. Most of these people that I see, especially on Instagram and on TikTok, and just people I know that are into VHS, you guys are actually watching them on CRT televisions, which is crucial. I mean, very, very crucial. You have to be watching them on those because, like, I get that. But if you try to watch, like, VHSs on, like, I don't know, like, these freaking, like, widescreen TVs, they look horrible. It doesn't look right. At least, like, if you go the authentic route, I got no judgment on that. So here's something cool. So the rest of these are from Red Planet Video, and they're awesome. I really love Red Planet Video. They make some wicked cool stuff. I want to show you some examples of some stuff you can get, like this right here. One of the things they did that was so funny, and I did a video on this last year, was taking things that should not be and making them be, like Spookies, one of my favorite 80s movies, thanks to Pizzo, and turning it into a Walt Disney home video release. Look at that. Isn't that ridiculous? In the best way possible. And on the back, there's the water gremlin that I love so much, the Grim Reaper. You've got, like, the witch thing, and then the creepy kid. Like, there's so many funny things about Spookies. I love this movie. It's amazing. And they even go as far as to making the tapes look legitimate. Like, actual, like, releases with Walt Disney logos and stuff. It's wicked cool. So that's one thing they have. And it's, I love it. I love it. So, but that's something I got last year. And like I said, we talked about this last year on a video. The stuff I want to show you this time is, this is like taking VHS like love to the next level. And I mean that in the best way possible. So I want to show you guys some stuff. Let's start with this. Let's start with a spooky kind of movie. The ever controversial spooky, the Willies, not Spookies, the Willies. Check this out. This is a custom-made Willies VHS. Look at that. And yeah, it's got the movie on it. The Willies. Now, I don't remember exactly what the original VHS looked like. I assume it was very, very close to this, if not identical. If you want to see a cute, nice, sweet little movie, rent something else. Listen to that. The Willies. The thing about the Willies is, like, it's actually a legitimately awesome little anthology-type movie. There's a great cast. You've actually got Krueger and James Karen in here. And then the Willie Monster, who I dubbed that as the Willie Monster, is like such a... Oh my god, that scene in the movie. If you guys remember, in the Willies, the kids go into the bathroom, and when they go into the stall, they open the door. There he is, the Willie Monster. And the scene is... Oh, are you kidding me? The scene is amazing when the Willie Monster comes out. Yeah, and check that out. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the stuff people are doing nowadays is just remarkable. Look at the quality on that. Even the label. They got labels on these VHS tapes. It's so impressive. What does that say? It says, this video cassette will melt if left in the car in the sun. Well, I mean, that's true, isn't it? And then please be kind, rewind. Look at that, guys. Look at that, the Willies. How sick is that? And yeah, these are all things you can get, you know, on Red Planet's store, which I'll have links to all that down below. But what's cool is Red Planet actually had reached out to me and said, hey, we know you love Elm Street 2. We know it's one of your favorites. Why don't you help us out on the back? We want to put your quote back there. And I was like, are you kidding me? So here's what's cool about this. These are the main events right here. What's cool about this is, you know, one of the things, the number one reason I ask people, why do you watch stuff on VHS? Nostalgia. That's the number one answer. Nobody typically says, oh, because it looks better. You know, nobody says that. Maybe some people say that, but the number one thing I always get back is it's nostalgic. I like it. I enjoy watching movies like the way I did when I was a kid. And one of the things a lot of us talk about with this stuff is watching movies like we did when we were little. What did that mean? Seeing all the crazy commercials and seeing stuff from back in the day. That's something that I know people love more today. And here's another thing people say when they tape stuff off TV is, I wish I had kept the commercials. I wish I didn't stop the tape when the commercials came on. This is like the best case scenario for people that want to get some of these old movies on VHS, but they want something a little bit more. Check this out. This is a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 custom VHS made by Red Planet. Now on the back of this, you'll see something right there. Christian Hanna, Planet CHH. Let me read this to you. It says, Jesse Walsh, portrayed by Mark Patton, isn't aware that the unoccupied house his family has just moved into already has an unwanted guest. A guest with a nightmarish past. Freddy Krueger is back and he needs a new victim in order to invade reality. With nowhere to run and nowhere to turn, Jesse will have to live through the scariest nightmare yet. If you thought Freddy was scary in A Nightmare on Elm Street, in Freddy's Revenge, you'll think he is the devil himself. Quote, this isn't the Freddy we've come to expect. This is the devil come to life on screen. Quote, Christian Hanna of Planet CHH. And I love that quote because that's me. That's what I said. That's exactly how I feel. My new nightmare is Elm Street 2. Not New Nightmare. What does that mean? Then the Freddy from New Nightmare is not the Freddy from the rest of the movies. The Freddy from Part 2 is not the Freddy from the rest of the movies. That is the devil. So this is cool. Now, why is this different than just getting another custom-made kind of Elm Street VHS or just getting an old Elm Street VHS? Number one, this one has the cool original poster art. Number two, this was taken off of I think it was a Showtime. If memory serves, it was like a Showtime showing. It was a pay-per-view channel showing, and there's all these late 80s commercials in here. There's stuff there's Corey Haim interviews in here talking about the Lost Boys. There's promotions for movies like Dead End Drive-In, throughout the movie, it's remarkable. When you start the movie, you're greeted to all these incredibly great late 80s commercials and promotions for other 80s horror films that are going to be on the streaming channel. Not streaming, but pay-per-view channel. It is wicked cool. So yeah, there's the movie on here, but it takes it that step further where you actually get to experience it with, like you're watching it on a pay-per-view channel in the 80s. So that's what makes these so cool. And I'll show you the tape. Now, how do they do this? That's the question. Well, what's cool about this is they actually go and track down, like they go around and try to track down tapes from collections that people get rid of, flea markets and stuff, and they find VHSs where people actually recorded the movies off of those channels. And that's how they're able to do this, which is just wicked cool. And what's nice about this is a Fuji VHS. This sucker is heavy. This is one of those heavy-ass VHS tapes. But there you have it. And guess what? Like, in my other room, you guys know I have a VHS player. So I actually did watch it. And I gotta say, it was actually really fun. But taking it to that level made it super fun. And whenever they would show the commercials, like the Corey Haim interview was insane. Like, because it was, like, Lost Boys had just come out. So that promotion for that was just, are you kidding me? It was wicked cool. So that's taking it a step further. Like, I don't know how much further you can go after that. But the cool thing is, if you're interested in this one, you can get it. And if you're a Planet CHH fan, which hopefully some of you watching this are, you can have a custom Elm Street 2 VHS that'll actually have my quote on the back of here. So pretty cool. But another thing that, like, I would always say is, like, I wish people that would do custom VHSs would actually take artwork that's from, like, foreign places outside of America and do great artwork that way, as opposed to just replicating the look of the original VHS tape, which is nothing wrong with that, and I love that too. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is something else you can get if you're interested in it. Look at this. Friday the 13th Part 3. Now, just like this one, this was taken off of a pay-per-view channel from the 80s. So you get all that awesome 80s goodness in it. Now look at that art. Now what is that? That, I believe, was from, I forget which territory it's from, but this is definitely not American art. It's famous, this famous art that was, like, floats around all over the internet that people see, of this creepy looking hockey mask on this guy's face with these blue eyes. Look at that. Look at those blue eyes. Friday the 13th Part 3. But we got the classic side right there from Paramount, and in the back we got these amazing pictures. Original Showtime premiere from 1987. Look, they even got it right there. Original Showtime premiere from 87. Look how sick that is. I'm starting to see it. Like, I really am starting to see it. Like, like, this was fun. You know, there's a lot of great people out there doing this stuff too. There's a lot of them. And I applaud everybody that's so creative and does stuff like this, because, you know, it kind of makes this stuff more accessible for people to be able to watch and own. There you go. You got the original Paramount style logo on there. And, you know, some of these tapes, like, if you want original tapes for stuff, some of them are getting, like, super expensive. And it's like, you know, you can have fun and get something custom and not break your bank. And I'm enjoying this. This kind of stuff really, like, just getting original tapes is cool. And if I find them at flea markets or Goodwills, I'll probably grab a few. But, like, getting stuff like this, are you kidding me? So this is taking horror VHSs to a new level. Taking them from pay-per-view channels with commercials, those incredible 80s commercials. So yeah, guys, if you're interested in stuff like that, I'll leave a link to Red Planet down below, and I believe they even do customs. And like I said, I applaud every company out there that does this sort of stuff. The creativity is out of this world, and I think it's awesome. So yeah, I mean, the VHS stuff is getting crazy big, and like I said, last year they did a bunch of these at Spirit. I anticipate they'll do even more of them. But there you have it, guys. If you have any questions about anything, let me know down below. And, of course, let me know your take on watching VHS in 2025. If you're into it. If you genuinely prefer to watch them that way. I'm always interested in hearing what people say about this. So, thank you guys for watching. God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.